quick note about the dimensions that are coming up ahead. Ignore them all. They're all wrong. I built the wall too long, and I'm going to have to cut it later. You'll see. Just ignore these dimensions. Good morning, all. Happy Wednesday. Week's half over. Alright, so I'm getting ready to work on the third wall, the door entry. And I laid out these are the studs here. It takes 4 studs and 2 jacks holding up the header of the door. And I was gonna put all the dimensions on it, and then I'm realizing, I put this over here for the bottom and top, 7'5". And then I look over here, I'm like, that's 7'5", whatever. Okay, I might as well just cut these studs. What's the length? Stud length, whatever. What's the jack length? Oh, 6'2½". So it looks like all this lumber right here is actually the wall I'm trying to build right now. Would have helped if I labeled it better. But I'm going to go ahead and relabel these, use the lumber that's on the ground. And then it looks like we're not going to be short lumber, because all this stuff can be used for the last wall. So hooray! Getting to work on that. Alright, here we are. I have all of the pre-cut pieces for the entry wall laid out on the floor that we built, ready to be assembled. It's kind of rough. This isn't exact, this isn't centered where it should be, but this is the layout we're going with. So these right here, which are called cripple jacks, they hold up the header or whatever when you break a full-length joist. And so these right here are 6 feet 2.5 inches. This header is just a 2x4. Doesn't need to be really anything else. It is 3 foot 3 inches, you can see there. Then the studs are 7 foot 5 inches. And they go pretty much the full length. Sorry, they're not, let's see. 7 foot 5, 7 foot 5, 7 foot 5, 6 2.5, 3 3, 6 2.5, 7 foot 5, 7 foot 5. So yeah, they actually are. No, yeah, this is also 7 foot 5. So those are the dimensions for the entry wall. What will happen is this will most likely get cut away for the threshold, and a door will go here. So if you imagine, the door would be right here and open this way, right? And then when this wall gets stood up like this, we'll just grab the door, open it, walk in, be up here on the platform, and look at all the batteries or whatever's in here. So there we go. Now, I need to reference the plan, check the distance from this edge to the start of this one and set that there, pre-drill the holes and get it in. I will assemble the perimeter first, so putting this one in to that one and that one in to this one, so I have a nice squarish thing. Then I'll be putting this one in, then that'll give me this one, then I put in the 3 foot 3 bar, and that gives me the exact distance this one needs to go in, and then that one will fall into place. All with just one measurement. I only need one measurement from the edge of this to the edge of this board, and then everything else can be laid out just by setting it down and using a square. Not bad. Here we go. One thing I forgot to mention is, why are these 7 foot 5? Well, there's a lot of different framing styles for constructing walls and how they tie together in the corners, okay? So the one I'm using is called a through wall and a butt wall system, okay? That means that there's 2 walls, which are the outside side walls in this case for us, which go all the way through, all right? Then you have the butt walls, which butt up against that through wall. Okay, and so that's what I've also mimicked here on the corner, is I just put a 2x4 scrap on side down to mimic the width of the wall when it's standing up in the future, to give me my placement, roughly layout on the floor to see how it's going to look. Alright, so I got the nails in the ends and the perimeter is pretty much set. Now what I'm doing is I'm setting the length, or the distance away from the edge rather, of the standard stud. So it's supposed to be 1 foot 10 or 22 inches away from the inside edge of this to the inside edge of this. It's quite a distance actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mark 22 here and then put an X on this side of it to make sure that it's in the right spot and I get the stud where I need it. So let me just line this up again here. Alright, so sorry, this is really hard to do with one hand, so hang on a second here. Near impossible, actually. That's where a tripod comes in. Okay, here we go. 22. And it does not have to be exact. This ain't rocket science. It's not a full residential building or anything, so anywhere close is good enough. So now, as you can see, there's a huge skew. So I'm going to go do the same thing on that side, mark that other board, line this up, pre-drill both sides, and then nail this one in, and then I'll be good to go from there. Alright, so that's the entrance. I have 10 more nails to drive, all on these two boards right here. 2 into the header from that side, a few in the middle to join it, 2 at the end, and 2 here. And that'll be it. 1 more wall down, 1 to go. Then comes the raising of the walls, joining those together, and then getting the roof started. It's coming together. Okay, so I have no idea how this happened, outside of me not paying attention, but I totally used like all the wrong pieces for this door. It's like 8 inches too tall, the door is. I should have had a clue when I was sitting here and numbering off 7'5". That should have been a huge clue to me, because my wall is only 7 feet tall at its tallest point. I'm doing that because I'm trying to use 4x8 sheets and not have to get any extra. So, thankfully, it isn't too short. What I'll be able to do is come in here and chop this wall down. I'm going to cut right here, through that one, through this one, cut this one right here, that's gone, go over, cut that, that's gone. Then, what I'm going to do is take a 2x4 and put it right on top. Have it go all the way across both sides, nail into the studs at the correct height. I am so lucky that I am able to do this. It's incredible. So, let's get to unworking the work. Management came out to fix the mistake. Is it fixable, manager? Maybe? Hey, remember you have your phone in your back pocket.
Yep. Okay, now I need to transfer the lines. Do these outside ones too.
Yep. Transferring of lines time. I was about to go grab that tape measure, but Bianca said there's no need because she has another handy dandy trick that is pretty awesome. So she's using the square to get an edge, and then using the 4-foot level to carry across the line, and a nail to scribe where she needs to cut. That's why I married this girl.
That's why, huh?
Yep, just that one reason. The poor wall. Bianca decapitated the wall. Had to be done. Now she's just pre-drilling the holes so we can nail it to the top of the door header like it was supposed to be done. And then we're going to nail it to this one right here. And that'll be that. Yes. Easy fix, thankfully. Whew, that would have been a lot of work to redo. It sucks that there's this little tiny bit of extra work, but it ain't bad, trust me. What have you done?
How many have you been?
About 12. That's crazy, it's sliding you backwards as you're doing it. I think it might be a good idea to get a pneumatic nailer.
No.
No? Why not?
We need arm strength to lift the baby.
That's your excuse?
Yep.
Did that really bend over also? Dude, that's like the 6th, 7th one that's happened to. Oh, Bianca finally gave up.
No, I can tell.
I can tell.
We're going to put another plate over it. You're not even going to be able to see it.
Oh my god, you've turned into a real framer.
Yep, this one too.
Would this happen with a pneumatic nailer?
Yep.
I don't know.
Have you seen how many of those there are in that cabin? They use a pneumatic nailer.
That's true. My pre-drill needs to go further. I need like a 4-inch pre-drill. Okay,
Wall
that
fixed.
is it. Wall, what's that? What?
Wall fixed.
Hey, thank you, boss.
You're welcome.
Now, this is the top, and this is the bottom. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put on the header, and it's going to go all the way to the 8-foot mark. And overlap on the other ones. So now we're going to move this one aside, and there's one more wall to be built, and then we assemble it. Huh, deja vu. I could have sworn I said this already.
Probably did. I wonder if we can take these little pieces out and reuse this.
Sure, you can reuse it. Just hey, don't take those off. You can just put one across the top, and then that can be the little jack wall we need for the...
Except it's not long enough.
Well, then stack 2x4s until it is tall enough.
Long enough.
Oh, long and well, you know? No, what are you doing? Ruthless. Jeez, wow. That was all my hard work. You're doing all this for $3, you realize that?
Don't care.
It's how we save money at the homestead. Right here is every 2x4 counts.
It's not $3, it is a trip to town.
Oh, make that $23. Yeah, it's probably worth it for $23.
And the energy to go into town. You're forgetting that.
Are you going to saw off the nails?
No, we're just going to hammer them out.
Good luck with that. Well, I'm done, and Bianca's going to continue destroying things. We taking bets on if she's going to be able to salvage this stuff? Well, I mean, that's cheating, so...
Hey, it's already pre-drilled.
It's already pre-drilled. That's true.
Are you still taking bets?
Well, let me just say this. Never bet against Bianca. Not saying that I bet against you or anything.
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
Use my weight on top of it. And the baby.
Oh yeah, that extra 10 ounces really helps.
She's over a pound now.
Okay, the pound is a lot of weight. There you go. Wow. She's totally salvaging this 2x4. I'm impressed.
My hand's starting to hurt. My arm.
Arm strength. Build it up. My arm strength is being built up by holding this camera right now. Oh, it's not working this time. Oh, there you go.
Excuse me?
Looks great, is what I was saying.
You want to reuse the nails?
No, Bianca, that's too much right there. We need to send it to one of those guys who, like, takes a nail and forges it into a little sword or whatever. Have you seen those?
Yep.
One. Careful. This is not worth it. Just move on. That's another good trick. Nice. Hey!
There you go. $3 saved.
No, I already calculated. It's like $28 because the cost of town and the energy to go there, right?
Oh, if you're counting the energy, it's way more than that.
Woohoo! So now we have 4 of these and 1 pre-cut 2x4 ready to be used for the other wall's base or top plate. Pre-drilled, as Bianca says. Thanks, Bia. Nice. Okay, now are we done?
For now.
Until what?
Until the last wall.
Next time on Build a Wall One Day at a Time. We build a wall. We build a wall another day. Hey, great news! We just got an update from the cabin company. Sandra's cabin will be here next Wednesday. And so they're finally starting on the roofing and the stain today. And it's been really high winds here, so hopefully, weather permits, it will be finished and delivered by then, if all goes well. So, soon we're going to have both of these cabins leveled and in permanent spots, semi-permanent spots, and
Permanent.
then start getting the hookups ready.